Hello everyone. Today I'm with my boyfriend Luca. With my boyfriend Luca, and today I want to not only encourage you guys, but I also want to teach you how to fight your boyfriend. Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Today I'm with my boyfriend Luca.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about the idolization of marriage and how to stop idolizing marriage. The title of this video is Marriage Can Wait. So I'm going to allow Luca to start talking about the topic.
So the topic is marriage can wait. Why can marriage wait? Because we as people were sinful, and many times we put things before God. And it's not only marriage that it becomes the idol. There's something else that is behind it. There's lust, there's pride, there's reputation, and more. But mainly for people, it's lust that leads them to idolize marriage. Why do they start idolizing marriage? Obviously, it's also because people expect you to get married before having any intimacy with another woman or another man. And obviously, they don't feel like they should give into that shame of doing things outside of marriage. Obviously, there are also people that give in to the temptation of doing things outside of marriage, and that's many people. But there's that other side of people that will idolize marriage because they're also idolizing something else, which is mainly lust.
And I also want to add this. Yes, we know that there's the verse that says that it's better to get married than to burn with lust. But the thing is, many times people take that out of context and they end up allowing their lust to lead them to get married. So they end up getting married out of lust. They end up getting married because they want that one need to be fulfilled. And usually when the foundation of a marriage is lost, it always ends up badly most of the time. You see many, like for example, how many women get raped by their husbands or get forced to do the deed with their husbands because it is a duty, and so they're not allowed to say no. Or how many women that are out there that can't have boundaries, that aren't allowed to have some sort of freedom. There are many women who suffer because their marriage is based on lust. Not to talk about all those people that are like, oh, if you don't give me what I want, if you don't give me that type of intimacy, I'm going to go out and I'm going to cheat. Now I know that there are people who might say, oh, but it's not okay to withhold intimacy with your partner. And yes, it's true, but you also need to take many other things into consideration. But the kind of people that I'm talking about
are people that are manipulative, narcissistic.
Yes.
Are people that they're taking advantage of their authority.
Exactly. So they don't care about your well-being. They don't care about anything other than to get pleased.
Because that is what lust leads you to be as a person. It's something that focuses on yourself, focuses on what you want, and what you think should be marriage, because lust distorts, it corrupts, and obviously everything comes from pride, and pride leads you to be selfish, narcissistic, and manipulative. and controlling.
Yes. So as you can see, there's also no respect at all. There is no God in this relationship. And I'm pretty sure, especially as a Christian, you know that God's design for that type of intimacy is not based on pride, lust, and all these kind of things.
And it's not even about getting that intimacy. That intimacy is a gift. It's not something that you should play around with. It's not something that you deserve, because many gifts, and let's say all of the gifts that we have, we don't deserve it. I don't deserve Mena. I don't deserve this relationship. I don't deserve salvation, but they are gifts from God out of His mercy and out of His love for us. So that type of intimacy is a gift from God for us to enjoy, for mankind to enjoy in marriage, in the boundaries of marriage. Something that should be enjoyable, like I said. It can't be something where
it feels like a chore.
A chore, something that you feel forced to do, or even it's supposed to be something that both man and woman want to do together.
So they consent to doing it.
Consent, and where they are both submissive towards each other, where they accept to have that intimacy, enjoy themselves, be with each other. And it shouldn't be a moment where whether the man or the woman has to feel any sinful feeling, whether it's a sinful feeling or a bad feeling, because there's the man in many cases where the man is doing something sinful, whether he's being manipulative, narcissistic, forcing, and the woman is feeling vulnerable. Obviously, there is the good vulnerable and there's the bad vulnerable. The good vulnerable is when you're having a good time. You
feel like you can be yourself.
You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And then there's that bad vulnerable where you're being abused and you're vulnerable. Like
if you are in a position where you are forced to almost like expose yourself, and
it's just going to lead to a traumatic experience instead of having an enjoyable experience that is going to lead you closer to your partner. Instead, having a moment of where you're being forced, being abused, and where a man forces himself and takes advantage of his authority, it not only destroys the man and the woman emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but you're literally destroying a relationship. You're leading her farther from you as a man, and obviously you're leading yourself further from God.
Yes. And even in the Bible, we see how dangerous lust is. It is a very big and dangerous sin. Lust is not just about that kind of intimacy that we just mentioned. Lust can be towards anything. Lust can be towards anything that you make an idol in your life. It's a strong desire for something, a strong desire that can even get to the point that you put that thing before God, that you allow that thing to take full control of your life and to make the wrong decisions. With that being said, many women too are victims of the idolization of marriage, and they are not even aware. You know all this, the prophecy movement where they talk about, oh, your kingdom spouse, your kingdom spouse is coming tomorrow, you're going to meet your husband, all these kind of things. And for some people it could be a confirmation, but many times unfortunately, people also do those kind of videos for clout, and they are desperate women looking for husbands, desperate men looking for husbands, looking for wives, and they obsess over these videos to the point that they are restless. So even on your Instagram, all your posts are about marriage, relationships, your YouTube marriage, relationship, and every day you are crying, every day you are sad. And the solution to this is not to suppress the feeling, but it is to give your desire to God, leave it in His hands, and then focus on His kingdom, doing things for His kingdom, not be desperate or get to the extent that you will settle for less, because many people end up choosing the wrong partner, a partner that is not the one God sent. Why? Because they have this lust towards marriage, because they have idolized marriage, and that is the danger of it. And in a relationship, because there's a difference between when you are single and when you're in a relationship. Now, when it comes to being in a relationship, lust can also affect you. We're not going to talk about addictions. I also forgot to mention how when that desire is not fulfilled in marriage, it can even lead to porn addiction. See the connection? So that is also how dangerous lust is. But back to what I was saying. In a relationship, when you two are not married, lust can present itself in different ways. Looking at other women, looking at other men. It can lead to a porn addiction and to different types of lust. But even in a godly relationship, your desire for marriage can be so bad that it can cause you to have resentment towards God, towards your partner, or just have a huge weight on your shoulder that sometimes you're not supposed to carry. So I wrote some notes that I also want to read to you guys. So lust can make you desire marriage, thinking it would care for your needs, but will it really take care of all your needs? Instead of praying to God to give you self-control, you pray for marriage. What if God is not allowing it for a reason? Many times people complain, people feel bad because they are not married. They look at the circumstances. Nothing is telling them that they are close to getting married, and they get discouraged. As I say, that it gets to the point that they start feeling resentment towards God. But many times God doesn't allow something. When He doesn't allow something, is to protect you, or is trying to teach you something during that time of waiting. And this is the season in your life where you have to trust God and have faith and be patient and wait on His timing. Lust can blind us from reality. It can make us think that the intolerable is tolerable as long as we get what we want. But that is a dangerous pit to fall in, because when you are in a relationship, you desire marriage, but the lust, you probably desire marriage for different reasons, but that lust is stronger than all the other desires. Like, it can make you turn a blind eye to things that you're not supposed to tolerate. It can make you turn a blind eye to red flags. That could be in yourself, that could be in your partner, and it is dangerous, because if you don't deal with those red flags now, you could take them into marriage and you will ruin everything. That's why I said it's a dangerous pit to fall in. Then lust can make you so blind that you can't enjoy the moment you have with your partner, because all you think about is your needs being taken care of. This is another one. Sometimes you might not appreciate the times that God has made you spend with your partner, or appreciate the good moments, because all you're thinking about is, your mind is clouded with worrying about the future and all these kind of things, and you can't be grateful for what you have, or it's difficult for you to be grateful for what you have. Lust can make you so blind that you're ungrateful for your blessings because that one need didn't get taken care of. Lust can make you so blind that you fail to see someone's true colors, and you fail to see how their actions can affect you in the long run, which goes back to what we said about ignoring the red flags. Lust can also make you so blind that you rush things and you ruin things. Like we mentioned before, many people get married for the wrong things. They rush marriage, they ignore all the red flags, and then the marriage goes left. So marriage, if you are dealing with lust, marriage can wait. If you see red flags in your partner or in yourself, and you guys come together and talk about it, and you want to fix it, that's good. Fix it while you are in a relationship, and don't take those type of red flags don't take those red flags into the marriage. It's better I also wrote that it is better to go to the fire and get burnt while you turn it off than to get married and die in the fire. I don't know why I wrote this, but it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. Does it make sense to you? Yeah, right. So it's better for you to deal with those red flags while you are in the relationship if it is something that you and your partner agree to change, because it's not like just because there's a red flag you just drop the relationship. No, if you guys are both willing to work on it, your partner is willing to work on it, change,
And listen when she says willing.
Then you can stay, you can be patient, and you guys can work things out. But deal with those red flags now that you're in a relationship, and don't take those red flags into the marriage, because it will fail, because the foundation is not on what it's supposed to be. So the foundation of your relationship should be God. If that is not the foundation of your relationship, you shouldn't even be thinking about marriage. So don't rush when it comes to marriage. Take your time. Even if you guys get married in a year, 1 year, you guys know each other in 1 year, and then you get married, or 6 months, after 6 months you get married, that's up to you and God. I'm not saying you are rushing.
Even if it's 6 months, 3 months, but what is important is that the cornerstone of your relationship, of anything you do in your life, has to be Christ. Christ is the cornerstone of the church, and he has to be the cornerstone of my life, the cornerstone of my marriage, the cornerstone of my relationship with everyone, not only with men, but with any relationship I have. Even with unbelievers, the cornerstone of that relationship needs to be Christ. Even if they're unbelievers, the cornerstone of that relationship needs to be Christ. I need to still respect, love, and show Christ to those people. So that is the question in this video, for self-examination and also to self-reflect. We also need to always ask ourselves this question, and always remember that the cornerstone has to be Christ. So the question is, what is the cornerstone of your relationship? What is your relationship? What is your relationship's foundation?
Why do you desire marriage?
Exactly. So since the beginning, our relationship's foundation was always God. Since the beginning, we did not enter the relationship without God's confirmation. Because I also had past relationships, past friendships, and the cornerstone was not God. They were not confirmed by God. It led to a disaster. It led to hearts breaking, emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
And spiritual distance from God. But obviously, God is merciful, God is faithful, and God loves you to the point that he'll give you a second chance, and he'll actually come and get you. And obviously it's because if you ask him for help, and if you tell him, God, I don't know what is going on, but I need you to help me. Yes, He's going to help you by taking that person out of your life. It's going to hurt, but that's the way God's going to help.
Depends on what you're telling God that you're doing it. Yeah, as he said, any issue that you're having, take it to God. But before taking it to God, at least try to identify the issue. Do some self-examination, some self-reflection, even in your relationship. Especially this is also towards the women. Stop ignoring the red flags, because many times women also get in the wrong relationship because they ignore the red flags. Stop ignoring the red flags. Open your eyes to everything. Let your eyes be open. Don't make the intolerable tolerable. So that's what we want to tell you guys today, and I hope this video encouraged you and helped you and opened your eyes. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Instead of seeking the kingdom of God, look at the camera. If not, it will look as if I'm boring you out. You need to look interested, so other people will be interested. If not, they'll be like, look at his girlfriend is talking. He's minding his business. You can see she talks his
What
ears
am I
off.
supposed to do? Give me a Bible.
Look at the camera
Give
when
me a
I'm
Bible.
talking.
I'm gonna get the Bible.
Look at. Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today I'm with my boyfriend Luca, and we'll be talking about.
Comunque, devi guardare qua. This is where the camera is. So you look there. Don't look at your face. I said turn it.
Hi everyone. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today I'm with my boyfriend Luca.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking about the idolization of marriage and how to stop the idolization of marriage. And the title of this video is going to be Marriage Can Stop. Marriage Can Wait. So I'm going to allow Luca to. I'm going to.